Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One, and thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Panerai Luminor Marina Automatic PAM 240 44 millimeters in brushed titanium. You can see this Panerai Luminor Marina on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there if you like, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. On my wrist, 16 centimeters, 6 1/3 inches in circumference. You can see it as the classical Panerai Betterini case, or some might say tuna can profile. Since 1993, this has been the iconic shape and form, the visual signature and profile of the Luminor, really of Panerai, because when people think Panerai, the Luminor was the face that launched 1,000 fan forums. The Radiomir came later, but this is the franchise player. Now you can see all the typical features from the cushion case profile, which is approximately as tall as it is wide, and the rather stubby downturned lugs. Now let's talk about those lugs ergonomically. They are 54.5 millimeters from extremity to extremity, but I'm not getting the same visual or ergonomic sense that I get from a Royal Oak Offshore with almost the exact same lug-to-lug measurement. First of all, in titanium, this one wears nice and light. The gray metal always surprises with its wieldiness, its lightness, and this one's no exception. But the lugs themselves being so sharply downturned, with no tendency to constrain or cause the flare of the strap, allow this watch to essentially wear true to its size. It's a 44, so this is one of the few cases where you can largely discard lug-to-lug measurements and just focus on the size across the round of the bezel, because that is how this watch wears. Now I will emphasize, for those who don't have any kind of experience with the crescent-shaped crown guard, it is elevated above the bottom of the case, so it's not flush against the case back, meaning you have clearance for your wrist. A lot of people worry about this, but it's really nothing to concern yourself with. Realistically, the second you put the watch on, you realize that it's no concern at all. It's actually an ergonomic triumph on many fronts. It's also a technical triumph, and we'll get to that in a moment. Now, the dial is the classical tobacco or chocolate. In combination with the brushed titanium, this is a look that harks back to some of the all-time greats, like the PAM 36 and the PAM 40. And it's got a soft spot in my heart because I remember I actually had a PAM 36 on the desktop of my old Dell back in 2002 during the first day of the first week of the first semester of college. So good memories there. It was a great incentive back then. And now I come full circle because this watch has that same classical look, but it has all of the modern refinements. Now, first and foremost, you can see on the crown guard, I mentioned it's an ergonomic triumph. It's also a technical triumph because this crescent-shaped crown guard, patented in 1956, retains its original logic. It gives all aspect protection to the crown, so even if you smash it, it has no vulnerable angle. It's not like a conventional crown where you could, in theory, hit it between the crown guards and damage it. Moreover, because of the locking lever, you don't have to unscrew it, so there's no threading through the seals to wear down the watertight integrity of the watch. And as soon as you unlock it, you get the ability to wind the watch, and you get the ability to hack the movement and set the time. Now, it does feature a date with a quick change, and it does feature a hacking seconds function. So in terms of standard automatic sports watch functionality, all features are accounted for. What it also features, even compared to past Luminors, is a little bit more refinement in the mechanism. Now, there is a bearing in the cam lobe right there called the runner bearing, and that was introduced in 2007 across the Luminor range. It just makes the movement of the cam across the crown a little bit more fluid, a little bit more of a premium experience. You don't have that grating metal on metal sensation. Now, likewise, refinements include the quick release strap system, introduced first on the PAM 233 in 2006 and thereafter across much of the 44 millimeter range, and that frees you from having to mangle your lugs with screwdrivers if you do want to swap a strap. That's one of the favorite pastimes of Paneristi, so if you own one of these watches with the screw-fixed lugs, this is a revelation. Not only can you swap out the straps faster, but you can do it without marring the finish. And with a beautiful brushed titanium finish on this 300-meter, 1,000-foot water-resistant case, you're going to be happy that you found a way to preserve it. Not only does this watch look fantastic, but it's a functional, really, standout. I've got to say that being a sausage dial, it has better nighttime loom. It has better all-aspect visibility, really day or night. And with the addition of the Luminor Marina functionality at 9 o'clock, this watch and its OP3 caliber qualify for COSC chronometer certification. So yet another refinement, this watch featuring a 44-hour power reserve, unidirectional automatic winding. It uses a Value 7750 base automatic. You get that chronometer standard, so the highest grade of balance, the highest grade of hairspring. Internally, the watch is tough and it's fine. The 7750 is a workhorse that can keep time with the best of Rolex and go blow for blow with the best 3135 out there. Moreover, with the integration of the date underneath a flush Cyclops magnifier, you don't have the aesthetic encumbrance that you get on a Rolex with the convex magnifier, which is both visible and vulnerable on top of the crystal. And with a monotone date disc, it's integrated nicely into the aesthetic, providing a balance to the subseconds at 9 while not proving disruptive to the more or less two-tone Loom and chocolate aesthetic of the dial. Now I'm going to conclude with a quick Loom shot because I already teased you with the mention of the sandwich dial's incredible luminosity, and I want to show you that in practice. Let there be light, in a manner of speaking. Fantastic legibility, the classic Panerai Luminor look. It's one of the few watch models in the history of the luxury watch industry that you can tell at a glance lights out. Now we come back to the light. And I take my leave of you. But you can see this Panerai Luminor Marina automatic titanium 44 millimeters on our website, watchyouwant.com.